Initially, YouTube had said that they were going to do a new program for reviewing multi-channel networks and working on the monetization issue. But that all changed on December 10th when we had the YouTube Let's Play video game apocalypse. Thousands of videos were flagged for Content ID matches, copyright infringement or what have you, and this change may actually ruin Let's Plays in the future on YouTube.
So from what I understand, this new copyright ID match now affects affiliate channels.
Yes, so if you're an affiliate of, let's say, Machinima, you're not necessarily a managed channel. Like this show right here is a managed channel from the Young Turks. But let's say one of our affiliates who does not film here, does not fall under the same banner, would be affected if we were, were a video game network.
Now, I've watched a couple of these videos, response videos to this new policy, and for the most part what I'm seeing is the big complaint is that copyright ID matches are coming from third-party
Yes, that's
sources.
something very confusing. We're trying to figure out, is this the actual copyright holder? Is this more of a troll situation? What is going on? Or is it maybe YouTube using dummy accounts? I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a hard argument for these Let's Plays because in theory, yes, they are using copyrighted materials.
But
they don't own this footage.
Fair.
And for the most part, the distributors and the publishers of these games have kind of turned a blind eye because for the most part, them making Let's Plays and doing reviews online is good publicity for them. Any free publicity is good publicity.
Well, there are actually publishers and developers who have explicit YouTube Let's Play policies, and many of them are actually in favor of them. They're okay with it.
Right.
So this strikes me as rather odd.
Nintendo was notorious for having pulled footage and flag claims, and they have gotten more lenient recently, but only very recently and only slightly more lenient.
Yeah, so what this seems to be affecting most is music, trailers, and cutscenes. These are the ones that, these are the biggest offenders of being flagged for copyright claim. This would essentially, this is going to kill a professional Let's Player's career even. I mean, is it fair to, I'm going to play devil's advocate, which means I'm going to say something shitty. Is it fair?
My job. And what are you doing?
Okay, then go ahead.
No, please.
So is it fair for people to make money off of someone else's content, technically?
I mean, it's not a system where either I make money or the company makes money. It can be both.
Yeah.
Like the YouTube creator can make money and share a portion of the profits with whoever owns the copyright, and you know, some creators are happy to do that. And some don't want to give up any money, and some aren't able to make any money because the copyright material owners are cracking down so hard. So it's not a black and white system. But what I'm reading here is that they're not letting these YouTube content creators make any money. There's just being flagged, cannot monetize. Well, am I understanding that correctly?
I think about the way my take on it is that there are channels with huge followings, enormous, and they do almost purely Let's Plays. They wouldn't be able to only do Let's Plays if they weren't making some kind of monetary profit off of it. They wouldn't be able to have that big of a following, that high quality, that regularity without that monetary thing being there. Otherwise, they'd have to go get day jobs, and of course, they'd have less time to be able to produce this content. The content that, in the end, is largely positive for these video game companies.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking. I've never had an occasion where watching a Let's Play discouraged me from then purchasing a game I was going to pay money for. But there have been plenty of occasions where I have sought out games that I wasn't going to buy because of Let's Plays and online reviews.
For, I would say, even smaller, lesser-known independent games.
Yeah, and it's free publicity.
I actually did talk to a commenter in our YouTube section who was like, I don't understand this. I work for a small indie publishing place. I love seeing people enjoying our games. It's good for us. I do not understand this. That was one guy's point of view, though.
I think this speaks to what potentially is YouTube's larger goals in terms of the way that they want to grow, that they're seeing that things like Netflix and Hulu are competitors to them, and I think that they want to start moving into that space more than into right now it exists in a very amateur space for the most part. And the way all of their recent actions in terms of, funding money into larger networks and high-profile shows and stuff like that means that they want people to go to YouTube for their normal, replace TV entertainment.
Like, I'm going to make this production of a scripted thing, and it's going to be on YouTube, and that's our legitimate medium.
Right.
But I don't know if that's going to happen. YouTube is a place for people to vlog. One of the beautiful things about YouTube is that anyone can do it.
I'm not saying that they're right.
Oh,
I'm just saying that to me, it strikes me that that's the direction that they're trying to go.
They have made a lot of questionable decisions recently in terms of what sort of content they want and how they want to facilitate that content. And you're right, they are moving towards that higher end, higher production value, money-making stuff and away from anybody with a camera can make stuff, which was their bread and butter for so long.
Well, keep in mind the video game section on YouTube is its second most viewed, second after music. But music, it's a little unfair with Vivo.
Do you think that there are going to be game publishers that actually sanction certain people to do Let's Plays?
That still doesn't seem right to me.
Although an interesting thought.
Because only this guy with 1 million subscribers and this other guy can do it, but no one else can?
Well, publishers have been known to pick individual websites or magazines to be able to release their reviews of a game before everyone else. Their embargo lifts earlier so that they get the exclusive. Right. This would sort of be along those lines, you guys are allowed to play our game and show everyone it's but not the rest of you until it's released or until ever.
So they're trying to be more like a legitimate press thing?
Well, it would be in the same way that, okay, say Paramount has a new movie or whatever, and they license it to Netflix, that's a platform that it can be played on. It would be, or even a specific TV channel. Okay, Epic, so you get to play Skyfall, whatever. It would be probably the same thing in which, Ubisoft would say, okay, channel.
Okay, IGN, only you.
Okay, IGN, you get to do Let's Plays of the new Assassin's Creed.
Well, that sucks. What about the little guy?
It would suck, absolutely.
I mean, when it's their copyrighted material, they can do what they want with it.
And that's purely speculation.
But I think it goes past
it seems like a direction that it could go
the independent nature and independent creator community on YouTube. It seems counterintuitive to me.
It is, and we can have that argument all day.
We are.
Well, I think the real argument in here is content creators are saying, hey, we've always been aware of this issue with publishers and kind of bending the rules to allow us to use their copyright because it's mutually beneficial, but now we're getting flagged by people we don't think owns this content. What the shit? I think that's the big story is who are all these third-party claimers that are pulling my videos down? This is not Ubisoft, this is not Nintendo, this is not Bethesda, this is somebody I've never heard of.
I would be interested to know who's behind that. Just regular, ordinary jerks?
There is suspicion of, essentially patent trolls for this copyrighted footage. And obviously, this policy was not supposed to roll out until January.
But they just caught us off guard.
Which means that maybe someone is exploiting it, or they were testing it to see if things like this would happen, and they are. So I'll be interested to see where this story goes. But as of right now, it seems like a shit show.
And I don't know if I'm going to do a Let's Play again because I'm really worried about this. I mean, obviously I'm not a professional Let's Player.
Well, and at the moment you're not an affiliate, so that doesn't, you're not targeted in the same way.
At the moment, but of course that's, they could flip it again.
Right.
We don't know. We don't know. I'm interested to know what you all think, this camera, what you all think. What is your opinion on this great ContentID takedown? Is it fair, and what will YouTube do with it? Let us know in the comments, and please be sure to subscribe.
Unless this video gets flagged and no one ever sees it.
I didn't put any copyrighted material in this. No